Imagine holding the global economy hostage, demanding a $2 million toll for every ship passing through a major waterway, and all because of, like, a misunderstood post on X. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking a highly charged Midas Touch video that outlines a really intense scenario. We're looking at a supposed U.S.-Iran ceasefire that fell apart, and, well, the resulting shockwaves hitting both the global economy and domestic politics.
Yeah, and right up front, we really need to stress something for you listening. Because this source material is deeply political, our role today is strictly to report the claims made in this video impartially. We aren't, endorsing these viewpoints or taking any sides. We're just simply acting as your guides to help you understand the arguments presented in the original video.
Right, absolutely. So, okay, let's unpack this. Because the way this source describes the initial agreement, it's less like a formal treaty and more like a game of high-stakes geopolitical telephone. It's like the message gets garbled between Washington, Islamabad, and Tehran, but the penalty for mishearing a word is a missile strike. How did this agreement actually unfold?
Well, what's fascinating here is how the video attempts to explain that bizarre diplomatic breakdown. It claims the U.S. effectively agreed to a massive 10-point framework from Iran. And the specifics are just staggering. Like, the framework allegedly allows Iran to enrich uranium, demands a total U.S. military withdrawal from the Middle East, and...
Wait, hold on. A total withdrawal?
Yeah, a total withdrawal. And it supposedly guarantees security for Iranian proxy groups like Hezbollah and Lebanon.
Okay, wait, I need to stop you there. Hezbollah is fundamentally opposed to U.S. interests in the region. I mean, the idea that the U.S. would guarantee their security is a massive claim. So how is an agreement like that actually negotiated?
According to the source, this wasn't negotiated in some secure Geneva boardroom. Instead, the U.S. allegedly used Pakistan's Prime Minister Sharif as a proxy back channel to accept the terms. And they did this via a public post on X, formerly Twitter.
I mean, conducting nuclear-level diplomacy via a social media post is one thing, but the video cites J.D. Vance defending the administration by claiming this was all just a translation misunderstanding with MB Ghalibaf. Like, how does a modern superpower accidentally agree to abandon the Middle East because of a bad translator?
It sounds incredible, I know.
Yeah.
To get some context, Ghalibaf is essentially the Speaker of Iran's parliament, but he acts as a major power broker. The source points out that treating a complex 10-point demand like a casual exchange with an official who might have misunderstood the English nuances, or vice versa, is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, I'd say dangerous is a huge understatement. So what was the fallout?
Well, because of this alleged miscommunication, the ceasefire immediately evaporated. The video points to Israeli strikes in Lebanon with 258 reported dead. Iran views those strikes not as a new conflict, but as the U.S. and its allies blatantly violating an agreement they thought was just finalized online.
Wow. So what does this all mean for us? Like, how does a distant diplomatic dispute actually hit your wallet? Because that translation error isn't just an embarrassing diplomatic footnote, right?
Exactly. It's being priced into the global market in real time. Because Iran feels betrayed by that strike, the source claims they're treating the Strait of Hormuz like a private toll booth. They're allegedly demanding $2 million per tanker just to pass through.
Oh my gosh, $2 million per tanker.
Right. And we have to pause on the Strait of Hormuz to understand why that leverage is so devastating. It's a massive global choke point. Roughly a fifth of the world's daily oil consumption passes through that narrow waterway.
So if you slap a $2 million toll on every single ship, you suddenly have oil shooting past $100 a barrel.
You do. And the video notes this has already caused economic forecasts to plunge. They're saying Q4 2025 GDP growth has been revised down to a sluggish 0.5%.
That's wild. If global shipping lanes are being held hostage, what is the strategy to fix it? According to the video, what's the plan?
Well, the video says Trump's answer to this bottleneck was to threaten to leave NATO entirely unless European allies step up and send their own warships to the strait. But here's where the video highlights a really jarring domestic contrast.
Right, the optics. What's happening domestically?
The dissonance is striking. According to the video, amidst this massive Middle East destabilization, Trump has been busy posting AI-generated images about bringing the UFC to Washington, D.C.
Are you kidding? The global economy is grinding to a halt over a misunderstood social media post, and the focus is on a UFC match.
Yeah, and it gets even more contradictory. The video also details a report about the ongoing construction of a golden ballroom at the White House. The controversy there is that this project is allegedly using tens of millions of dollars worth of donated foreign steel.
Wait, which completely undermines his own strict tariff policies. I mean, you can't promise to protect American manufacturing and then build a White House ballroom with foreign steel. It really shows how interconnected all of this is.
It really does. It highlights the absolute fragility of relying on informal channels for high-stakes agreements.
Exactly. We've traced how a game of international telephone over a 10-point plan didn't just end in violence. It hijacked one of the world's most vital shipping lanes, sparked threats against the NATO alliance, and collided head-on with domestic economic realities.
It's a lot to process.
It is, which leaves you with a final thought to ponder today. When modern international diplomacy relies so heavily on social media posts and disputed translations, how much of global stability is actually built on concrete strategy and how much is just public relations theater?